the question really comes, the laws of the land having to do, especially here in America, the laws in most states are pretty restrictive, and in talking about counselors as defining them as being responsible to report any kind of child abuse that's going on. The question is that true of abuse that occurs with a spouse? All right? It is not, it does not have to be reported to my knowledge. Now, I'm not familiar as much with laws in other countries, but in this particular case, it's my knowledge, unless, of course, you are aware that there is some imminent danger to someone, and you just generally have a civic responsibility to report that, so that it doesn't result in somebody's death. And more often than not, as a pastoral counselor, you do run somewhat of a risk in reporting some things to civil authorities, because basically secular people with secular minds are going to take over, and they're not going to handle things in a biblical way. But we also have to remember Romans 13 and 1 Peter 2 that talks about the fact that God gave those secular authorities for a purpose, so that there's not general chaos in society. So we still have to respect them, obey all of the laws of the land, as long as it doesn't contradict directly a law, a command of Scripture. And then beyond that, it's up to our conscience on what needs to be reported and what doesn't need to be reported.